of normal deep-running torpedoes that took away any claim that the Japanese would have that the attack on Pearl Harbor was a moment of opportunity. Then came the Val dive bombers, the red-tail airplane you see high overhead, armed with 1,700-pound armor-busting projectiles made for 16-inch battleship guns, but converted to aerial bombs. These planes dived down on the Nevada and the Arizona. Anti-aircraft fire veered the valves away from the Nevada on the first wave, but the Arizona wasn't that lucky. A bomb from the 8 bombers and the Arizona through her forward magazine and exploded, touching off more than 1 million pounds of gunpowder. A sailor on the Nevada watched the Arizona jump up at least 15 to 20 feet in the water and break into two, forever entrapping 1,200 American citizens in the underwater tomb that remains to this day. The ship sank in less than 3 minutes. Yes, ladies and gentlemen and kids, you won't see this living history anywhere except at an air show flown by the Tora reenactment group. At Marine Corps Air Station Ewa, PFC Melvin Thompson was on guard duty when 9 Zeros attacked the base. He stepped out of his guard shack, drew his .45 caliber pistol and began firing on the marauding Japanese Zeros. A Japanese pilot, Yoshio Shiga, saw Thompson firing back, and years later, Shiga remembered Thompson's tenacity and fighting spirit, describing the lone Marine as the bravest American I have ever seen. All over the island, soldiers were bringing their weapons to bear in the fight. Anything they could get working. The .45 pistols, Springfield rifles. In some cases, our soldiers were able to get the .30 caliber and .50 caliber belt-fed machine guns into action, bringing down numerous marauding Japanese Zeros, Vals, and Kates. Yes, this is Tora, the surprise Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor. And to your left, one of those 16 B-17s coming in from the mainland, trying to land, gear down, being chased by the Japanese Zeros. Yes, this is Tora.
No wonder that 17 stayed out there.
That's right, a B-17s, by the way, coming from the mainland arrive and are immediately attacked by the marauding Japanese Zeros. In the confusion, the B-17s were shot at by friend and foe. Some of them landed, actually they landed wherever they could.
We're on the right side because of this.
As you listen to the sound of the air raid sirens and the sound of the gunfire and the explosions you see across the way, the airplanes fighting and diving down in the sky in front of you, you can imagine what it must have been like with 183 fighters and bombers from Japan's first air fleet. From the right, the Kate torpedo bombers coming in with those special shallow running torpedoes. High overhead, the Val dive bomber getting ready to dive down, dropping one of those 1,700-pound armor-piercing projectiles. Yes, this is Tora, the surprise Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor. The sleeping giant known as the United States of America. And we've taken you back to that fateful morning of December 7th, 1941. You are there. Listen to the sound of the engine. In the background, you hear the bombs going off. And you can imagine what it must have been like to be a soldier or a sailor or an airman on that fateful day of December 7th, 1941. You might have been aboard ship in Pearl Harbor. You might have been in a barracks along Hickam Field or elsewhere on the island. You had no idea what the Japanese had in store for you on that fateful morning. 7:55 a.m., December 7th, 1941. Are there. The Val dive bomber just completing its diving run. Coming in, once again, from the right. The Cape torpedo bombers dropping those special shallow run torpedoes. And all the way in front of you, the Zeros doing their scraping runs. Yes, this is Tora. So the surprise Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor on December 7th of 1941. to find a place to land. Simulated was 16 B-17s that came in from the mainland and did not know what was going on. They thought they were going to be able to land at Hickam Field without any trouble at all. No one had any idea. As I said earlier, a single radar station had spotted the incoming Japanese raiders, but they knew that flight of B-17s was doing from the mainland, and they just thought that the raiders were the B-17s. And
Right over here.
The alarm, and the Japanese caught us completely by surprise at 7:55 a.m. December 7th of 1941. The B-17s landed wherever they could, one in a pineapple field, not far from Hickam Field.
Yes,
one
yeah.
B-17 pilot, Major Landon, trying to land, set a hell of a way to enter a war. Out of gas, unarmed, and no place to land. You see, the B-17 was one wheel down, simulating how many of them landed that day. At the conclusion of the surprise Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor, more than half of America's entire naval fleet had been destroyed or damaged. Nearly 2,400 Americans were killed, 1,200 wounded, and at the time, 960 were missing. 151 aircraft were destroyed as they sat on the ground. Virtually every U.S. military aircraft in Hawaii. 2 battleships, 3 destroyers, and 2 light cruisers were destroyed. 6 battleships were damaged. Our greatest naval base lay in ruins, along with our complacency. The following day, December 8, 1941, President Franklin Delano Roosevelt announced our entry into World War II with these words to Congress, the citizens of the United States, and the world.
December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. The United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval and air forces of the Empire of Japan. The attack yesterday on the Hawaiian Islands has caused severe damage to American naval and military forces. I regret to tell you that very many American lives have been lost. With confidence in our armed forces, with the unbounding determination of our people, we will gain the inevitable triumph, so help us God.
In the 44 months of fighting that followed, the United States sank every one of the Japanese aircraft carriers.